Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Claude Laurin. I'm the author of the book, The Doorway to Stress Relief. Now, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a doctor, a PhD, or even a university graduate. I'm an average 69-year-old person who has experienced a lot of stress throughout his life, and I've had a lot of experiences. Tonight I'm here to share the positive side of those experiences, how I managed to become a healthy 69-year-old person. Now, in order to do this, of course I had to read a few books that were written by PhDs. One of those books is called The Biology of Beliefs. This book was written by Bruce Lipton, who is a PhD and a former medical school professor and a research scientist. Now, in his research, Richard examined in great detail the mechanism by which cells receive and process information. Now, his research showed that genes and DNA do not control biology. In other words, if your mother has a twitch like this, you don't have to have the twitch. That's really what his research showed. Now, instead, DNA is controlled by signals from outside the cells. Now, these signals include energetic messages emanating from our positive and negative thoughts. In other words, our thinking is probably what makes or breaks us. Now, this book also illustrates the power of beliefs. It shows that we become what we believe ourselves to be. It also shows that we have the power to change our beliefs. Therefore, we can change our life, self-image, and attitudes by changing our thinking. The Doorway to Stress Relief is a tool, it's a very simple tool, that energizes the positive thoughts that overcome negative patterns that cause stress. Richard Brody is the author of another book that I read. Richard is the author of Microsoft Word. He also wrote a very interesting book that has to do with stress. His book is titled Virus of the Mind. I found this interesting because I think it's right on, really. We know that it doesn't matter what kind of virus we're talking about. The purpose of a virus is to spread, duplicate itself. Let it be in a computer. I mean, we have a virus in our computer, we don't even know about it, and first thing you know, the thing crashes down. And the same thing happens physically. Now, virus of the mind runs exactly that way. It duplicates itself. All you need to do to confirm this, turn on your TV, you'll see it. Occupy movements, riots, people fighting all over the place. All because of what? There is a virus that has affected the populace today. And, you know, the negative attitudes that we are suffering from, not only us adults, our children are suffering from it. And it's part of the mind virus that Richard wrote his book on. Now, there is, we can see this, as a matter of fact, just have a quick look, we can see this in road rage, violence, addictions, stress, and the atrocities that we hear and read about every day. You know, I mean, parents harming their children, you know, children doing ridiculously aggressive things. Something is wrong. There is a virus out there, and there is a virus in the mind. We look at our politicians today. I mean, sometimes I get so discouraged because it seems that all they're doing is picking at the negative. There's nothing really positive that I hear from them, and it is very discouraging. Now, Richard in his book talks about a new science. It's called memetics. Now, the science of memetics is the science of memes, and this is termed This is termed, termed as the invisible but very real DNA of human society. According to Richard Brody, viruses of the mind are not a future worry. They're here with us now, and I think you'll all agree with that point. He says they've already infected our governments, educational system, and inner cities. Personally, I agree with him 100%, and I think you will too. I believe that the only remedy for this disease is for us, as individuals, to reclaim our personal power, one individual at a time. The first step to doing this is to relieve the effects of everyday stresses that we are exposed to. It is to learn that we can resist this dangerous epidemic from within our own selves. This is what the doorway to stress relief is all about. It is a simple technique, a tool that will show you that you are much better than you think you are. You are greater than your thoughts. And on that, I would like to say thank you very much and have a great evening.